There's a clap. Welcome to Storyville, episode 18, where your stories are the stories. It's the Not A Podcast. As always, what is my drinking? Agua. Zach back there fucking around like normal. Yeah, today's just water. Just got done at the gym. We're going to shoot a podcast today. I was in the gym feeling good, and then I got a devastating text, and I texted Zach. I was like, let's do it today, because tomorrow I don't know if I'll be in the mood. What have I been doing? As always, what have I been doing? Kind of really nothing new. Just I wrote a script. I started writing a script. Something I've been working on for a while. Something I've been wanting to do. I'm very excited about it. Got 7 pages knocked out in 2 days, which when you start the script is kind of hard, because the first day I spent just kind of piling ideas. So 7 days and day and a half of writing, I'm not too terribly sad with. I'll probably write a little bit when old Zacky Poo leaves, but that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been doing. I'm sorry if I sound. I don't have cards, as you can tell. Like I said, I was working out, left the gym immediately. Zach was here in 30 minutes. We're up and rolling. I didn't change. I haven't showered yet. What am I going to be doing? Things have changed. I'm no longer doing Madison Square Garden. That is, Matt said it was overbooked. I'm the younger, newer comic, so I was bummed. I'm sad because it's my birthday. I'm still going to go. What kind of bitch would I be if I didn't go? So I'll be there. If you bought tickets to come see me, which probably, half of you did, one and a half people, not half of the people there, 1.5. There's probably, some old lady and a midget. They were like, I like that guy because he's short and I can relate. And then there's an old woman that's like, I'm going to bag me a young man. So yeah, man, I'm very sad about that. That's what I was going to be doing this really kind of the next 2 weeks. I have some shows, spots around town. But we power on. 2025 can't get much worse. I get it. Look, it's his show, and I'm sure the comics and people that are going to that show are going to be fucking incredible. So I'm still going because it's my birthday. I'm not going to hang out in fucking Rhode Island for my birthday. No, I'm going to New York, hang out in Madison Square Garden. So I'll still be there. I'm still going to sell merch. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do that. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And now it's quote of the week. And this one was already planning on it being the quote of the week this week. This has nothing to do with the circumstances. Just, this last 6 months have been tough. A lot of people have lost friends, lost jobs, lost a lot of things, man. Man, I'm depressed. It's like hitting me now. Maybe we shouldn't have shot an episode. What was the quote of the week? Oh, yeah. This is from AA. So I've gotten sober. I don't really go to AA a lot. Actually, never. The only time I ever went to AA was when I got a DUI in college, and they made me go to a couple. But I remember one of these quotes. It says, other people's definitions of you are sometimes there just to make themselves feel better. And that's not always the case. Sometimes you are a huge piece of shit. I've had my huge piece of shit moments the last 6 months, the last year and a half. But the last 4 or 5 months, you can change as much as you want. People have an idea of who you are. It's not going to change. And most of the time it's there because it makes them feel better about the way they feel about you. So you can't really let it phase you. People that matter, don't care, and people that care don't matter. Maybe that's wrong. People that care matter. People that don't matter don't care. I don't know. But yeah, man, that's the quote of the week is sometimes other people's definitions of you are there just to make themselves feel better. And like I said, I know I've had my rough moments, but this one's pertinent because I just feel like people got the wrong idea of Alex Cureau and what he can bring to the table and who he is and what he is. And sometimes it could be lost. And, you just got to remember that if you got friends, this is me and Matt are fine. Believe me, we talked about it. He's like, look, man, I know I'm sorry. I fucked up. I booked too many people. I can't tell these people no. I'm like, I get it. I still want to go. I still have friends flying in town. No big deal. It's just Madison Square Garden on my birthday. But we're fine. We're good. I'm just not going to be doing Madison Square Garden anymore. But I will be there. If you want a sticker, tell me. I'll bring some. Huge blow to the ego. It was going to be fun, but it's not my show. I just got to make it now. Now, I just got to get to Madison Square Garden and sell out. Going to take a few decades. 1 or 2 decades. But we'll get there. So that's what I'm going to do today. Quote of the week. That's quote of the week. That's what I'm going to be doing. This is going to be a short episode because I'm sad. I'm tired, and I was not expecting to shoot an episode. So we're just going to move right on to sports. Sorry, nerds, but you're also welcome, nerds. It's short today. Not really a lot to report in the old sports world. USA lost to Mexico in the World Cup game in Houston. Mexico really needed that win, I feel like, right? Ice was there, just in case. And they did. And USA played great for the first 4 minutes, and Mexico just fucking dominated. Their defense was smothered like a chalupa. They were wrapped tighter than Chipotle burrito around the USA's goal scorers. So that was tough to watch. It was a fun game. I don't usually watch soccer, but I'll watch USA sports, right? Especially if I have a chance to be in Mexico. It's always fun to be. Don't forget who your daddy is. I don't spit on Mexicans. That's a joke. I spit on Zach, and that's it. And maybe some pussy. And a butthole if it's a little stinky. You clean it. Oh, whatever. I'm here. The Saints are gearing up. They're playing in Paris this year, so that's pretty cool. I would go to that game. I think I might be booked. Maybe not. But no, I think if I have...
1 second, sorry. This died, so cut. You're good.
I'm going to kill you.
Oh, you're good.
Are we still rolling?
No, you're rolling again. You cut right when you said, right after you said it.
I think I'm booked. Oh, okay, good. So that's good. We'll keep that out. Yeah. Saints are going to Paris. Sports time. Sorry, nerds. It's going to be quick, though. Like I said, we talked about USA, Mexico. And the Saints are going to Paris, which is kind of fun. That makes sense that they're going because they are the New Orleans Saints, right? New Orleans is a very, very French place. So they should play in Paris. They're playing in Paris this year. I'm wondering about where they're playing because sometimes those soccer fields don't translate well to football fields. They're taking DeMario Davis over there. Alvin Kamara threw out the first pitch at a Chicago Cubs game, and people are like, is he getting traded to the Cubs? They would do that after he got traded, guys. Come on. Let's be smart. He's not getting traded. You think a new head coach is going to trade the best running back in the last 8 years? No. He's throwing out the first pitch. And here's why I love Alvin Kamara. I actually had a chance to meet him once. He was at the NASCAR Hall of Fame in Charlotte. And I walked by. I was with my buddy Joe Harworth. And I'm like, hey, it's Alvin Kamara. He's like, you should go say hello. I'm like, yeah, I should invite him to the show tonight. But it's sold out. Like we wouldn't get Alvin Kamara on. But I was like, all right, well, I don't want to bother him. He's shooting something because he's a NASCAR representative. So I was like, I'll just wait. And then we got around the thing. I saw him again. I was like, all right, cool. He's almost done shooting. And then I couldn't find him. And I was bummed because I could have had a real chance to invite him to see me do a show. And I didn't. And that was a lesson I learned that day of take what you want. No, maybe not take what you want. It was a lesson I learned that day of, if the opportunity's there, take it, right? Don't miss out on opportunities. 3 things that never come back. Time. Wait, 3 things... 3 things you lose, 3 things you can lose and they never come back. Time, opportunities, and words. Maybe it's words isn't the other one, but 2 of them are time and opportunities. So if you have the time, you have the opportunity, take it, right? Those things don't come back. So should have done that. That would have been cool. But yeah, he's in Chicago, threw out the first pitch. The first one was bad. I've never seen anybody do this in a first pitch before. He threw the first pitch in the dirt off to the fucking right of the base. The guy had to... But he comes back, he goes, I want another one. The crowd goes nuts. They go nuts for him. He comes out, throws a strike right down the middle. It was awesome. So that's cool, man. And that is sports. You're welcome, nerds. It's done. It's done. And now we're on to Storyville portion of Storyville. I don't really have a story. It says I didn't plan this episode. I'm sure I can go look at my phone, but I don't want to. Maybe I'll tell a personal story. We still got to do a comic relief, don't we? Well, how much time are we at?
You're only at
9 minutes.
Exactly 9 minutes.
Oh, look, good for me. Yeah.
Let's
think of a story.
Tell a crippling career-ending story.
Which one? Zach just told me to tell a crippling career-ending story, and I went, which one? You know what? I would tell a little story about the 5 stages of grief. It's so funny how it really applies. It's so funny. You can go to denial. I don't remember. I won't tell a story about that. Let's think of a story. Give me a story. Give me a story about you.
Do we have a fun Texas story?
We just put out the Texas vlog. on Patreon, which you can go see Comic Relief, which is after this, episode 18, Comic Relief. Episode 19 next week is going to be the Get High episode, every fourth episode. So that one's going to be on Storyville. I mean, that one's going to be on patreon.com/AlexCureau anyway. But this story is from Texas. Yeah, bitch, I'm from Texas. Zach is so pitiful at editing. No, we did. We went to Texas and I was supposed to have a wife for this commercial I shot. And they were like, we have a wife for you. I was like, thank God. I hope she's pretty. I hope we have like the same things. Maybe this could be the start of something beautiful. And right before shooting, she canceled. They're like, you want to see what she looked like? I'm like, please no. Because if she was pretty and she was fun, I'll quit too. But then they were scrambling all morning. We're scrambling to find a wife, to play my wife. It's commercial, so a lot of people applied, right? So they're going through, but it's like 4 a.m., right? I think the call time that day was 4 a.m. because we had to shoot before, we had to be wrapped up before it got dark because everything was during the day. If even the light was different a little bit, we couldn't shoot. So it was 4 a.m. call, which is not abnormal, right? A little early, but I had to be there at 4 a.m. too. So I was there for all this. So we're kind of getting the stuff inside. We're getting B-roll shots and they're telling me like, we can't find you a wife. And I was like, good luck. I've been trying for 33 years and no one has applied. Application has been out to be my wife and no one has been. I mean, a few people have come in for an interview, but by then they were like, this isn't a good fit. Love seems to elude me. So we're scrambling. So I'm texting all these girls I know in Austin, and I know quite a few. Your boy used to be, but I used to be a drug addict, right? So a lot of these girls, I'm like, they're probably just not going to bed. So then I start texting girls that are comics, right? No one's up at 4:30, so no one's answering. So about 5:45 a.m., they say, we found somebody. She's available. She'll be here by 6:37. I'm like, great. And I realize I've sent out now 15 text messages to different girls saying, hey, you want to play my wife in a commercial? Hey, random thought, are you up? 2 girls did answer because they were still awake, coked out probably. So, but a few girls did answer. So I start unsending a lot of text messages. And I love to think that maybe they saw them, right? Maybe they get up and I forgot to unsend one and they see, hey, you want to play my wife in a commercial? And then unsend. And they're like, what the fuck? Is he back on the wagon? Takes a sip. So finally we find the girl to play my wife. She gets there. She's fun. She's pretty. We had very good sexual chemistry on screen. We didn't. She's a very nice girl. She's actually a photographer out in Austin. She came in and saved the day. We had very good on-screen chemistry. It was very fun. She's so talented. She really was. Her name is escaping me, but she was very good. And for last minute fill in, man, she did a great job. But then I did get text messages throughout the day being like, all right, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I had forgotten because I'm in the zone of like, I'm a mile a minute, my brain. I've forgotten that I had sent these texts out. So somebody's like, are you kidding me? I haven't heard from you in 2 years. So I'm like, oh God. So that's it, man. That's the story, man. I had to text a bunch of women to be my wife, which, gotta be honest with you guys, got a lot more responses than normally. So maybe that's the thing. Every day I just send out 3 text messages now to women being like, want to be my wife? Want to be my wife? Want to be my wife? And if they go, no, I go, it's for a commercial. And they go, okay. And then it's not for a commercial. Yeah, no. Just say I do. Where's the camera? It's a hidden camera show. It's actually kind of crazy. Is that a real priest? Real priest. But we want realism. Genuine right now, kiss the bride. We have to kiss. Got herpes just now from this microphone because it belongs to Zachary. That's it, man. That's Storyville episode 18. Stay tuned for after this episode. Please keep sending in your stories. I know I got a few, but guys, you're really lacking. You got to send me some stories or I'm going to quit doing this podcast. Actually, you know what? I think I'm just going to make it my stories from now on. I don't like your guys' stories. Your stories stink. If you send me a good one, maybe I'll say it on air, but maybe not. I will be more prepared for episode 19. This is short and sweet. A short and easy one. Maybe you got a clip in there for me? Probably not. But this is just something, guys. Write content. Keep the content train moving. And I just I couldn't just sit in this room after today. It's been a weird 6 months for me, man. It has been a weird 6.5 months for me. It's been the worst start to any year I've ever had in my life. And it's going to get better. We're going to keep chugging along. But boy, howdy, this thing's been tough. If you see me post about a show, buy some tickets, come hang out. This is as real as it gets for me today. Episode 19, I'm going to get high, and we're going to talk about fun shit again. But that is it, guys. That's our episode. Stay tuned for after this episode. If you're a Patreon subscriber, go to patreon.com/AlexCureau to see Comic Relief. That's our episode. Bye. Everybody, bye.